Hey guys, welcome back. We are going to go ahead and go through the business credit ebook. Same information, but in different format, right? And in this second part of the ebook, I'll let you guys read a lot of the information. This part is the business structure. So if you're still confused on what business structure would be good for you, the further you get along in the course, you can read more about it. But a lot of this is just to kind of reiterate the importance of the foundational steps that we're going to be using before we start applying for our business credit. Again, business name, business telephone number, business address. If you need any business licenses, then you need to make sure that you get those or start applying for those as needed. Business bank account, website, domain name, all of that stuff set up properly. And then in this part of the book, we're actually going to be going over more of the business vendors, business trade lines. A business trade line is simply just a credit account, and it is simply just a trade reference that has been reported to either Experian, Equifax, or Dun & Bradstreet. So starting at page 74, these are some of our tier 1 vendors. You need to add at least 5. And I know it says 3 here, but I recommend at least 5 and make sure that they are in fact reporting to each of your bureaus, okay? And make sure that you place an order for the minimum amount that is going to be required in order for them to report your trade experience or your payment experience to the business credit bureaus. So the first one is 76, and I don't know that 76 is really like a tier 1 vendor now. I would consider 76 more of like a tier 2 because they're a gas card, right? But if you have good personal credit, you could probably get 76 fairly early on, and they report to Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. So I'm not going to go through all of these places, but just go through some of these vendors and figure out what you can actually use. If you can use the gas cards and you can use some of these other places to buy supplies from, by all means do it, because there's a lot of hardware places, there's a lot of supply places, there's a lot of office places. So if you are an e-commerce store and you need office supplies or you need shipping supplies, you would want to go to Uline for shipping supplies. If you need office supplies, you can get, you can use Ohana, you can use Quill. WEX is another fuel card that's really good, but just use what's going to be best for you. Tier 2. Once we get at least 5 of our vendor accounts reporting, 5 to 7 to be on the safe side, then we want to add 5 tier 2 accounts, okay? 5 tier 2 accounts. And I say 5 because not everyone's going to report to all vendors, so eventually it'll kind of all even out. 7-Eleven is a good one. Amazon is another good one. You can get a net 30. They used to have a net 55, but they no longer offer the net 55, so I'll have to update that. But like I said, things are always changing, so you want to verify with the actual vendor who they report to, what their requirements are, because this information was as of 2022, and of course things are always changing, right? So DigiKey, that's another one. ExxonMobil. These are all different commercial accounts that you can start building relationships with to get your trade payments, which are your payments, reported to your business credit. And that's what business credit is all about. Getting trade payments or payment experiences reported to the business credit vendors or business credit reporting agencies from vendors to show your ability to pay your bills, be able to pay your bills. That's all they care about. Home Depot, they might require a PG with certain cards because a lot of these places have different types of accounts. So some of them like net 30, net 60, net 90, or revolving. So understanding your terms is going to be very important. What type of term did you get approved for? Are you approved for a net 30, net 90 or a net 7. A net 7 just means you have to pay your invoice within 7 days. Net 30 means that you have to pay your invoice is going to be due within 30 days. Net 90 means that your invoice is going to be due within 90 days. And revolving means that it's a pay over time option. You'll have a minimum amount due, like a credit card, and you can pay that minimum amount to stay in good standing, but the entire balance will be revolving. So it's not going to be due all at once. You can pay over time, which is nice. A lot of other places, Lowe's, that's another popular one. But understand they have different terms, okay? And depending on what you apply for. WEX, very popular. Fuel one. Mayher, that's another one. Net 15. Equipment. Office Depot. I have Office Depot, and I actually just placed my first order with them because I really haven't had, opportunity to place an order with them yet, but they approved me for $3,500 as a revolving account, so I don't have to pay it all at once, which is nice. But I used like Quill, I've used Ohana, I've used Staples, and now I just did the Office Depot. But there's a ton of vendors. Quill, that's another one. That's office supplies. I like Quill. They have pretty good deals. Staples, they report to all three, so that's good. Tiger Direct Business, they have a lot of electronic devices. U-Haul, so if you're moving your home or your office, you can actually set up a commercial U-Haul account. I actually did that, and I got my U-Haul trade payment reported to Dun & Bradstreet when I moved. So whether you're doing anything on the personal or business side, see if that particular company has some sort of commercial account. Those are the key words. Whether you're buying a car or renting a car or renting a hotel or renting an apartment, what do they have that where you can apply for as a commercial business? Okay, do they have a commercial account that you can apply for? If so, sign up for the commercial account. Understand what the terms are. Understand who they report to, and just have a basic understanding of the account. If the person who you're speaking with does not know, you can speak to the credit department directly. You can email them, talk to the person who is actually in the underwriting department that can help answer your questions, because these are all valid questions that you have and you need them answered. United Rentals, that's another rental place. Valero, that's a popular gas. Valvoline, Wawa, Zorro. Again, you really just have to do it. Find out who's going to be good for you to apply for and just do it, okay? Tier 3 vendors. These are a lot of the tier 3 vendors. And a lot of these tier 3 vendors are kind of like on the border of tier 2 as well. Some tier 2 vendors are on the border of tier 1. It kind of depends on where your business is at. But if you apply for it and you get approved, great. The worst thing they can do is tell you no. And a lot of reasons why businesses get told no is because these vendors are not able to verify your business online. So they're not able to verify you. You don't have enough business trade lines. You don't have enough trade experiences reported. That's why you get declined. Business T-shirt club. If you plan to buy any apparel for your business, T-shirts, hats, pins, anything, buy them from a vendor who reports. Business T-shirt club reports to Equifax. There's tons of different places out there. No matter who you find, ask them if they have a commercial account and if they report to either Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, or Experian. But these are some of the places that are more popular that we know of that report in a commercial account. You just have to ask, okay? Just ask. So we're just going through some of these tier 3 accounts. Shell, I was able to get a Shell gas card. They gave me $8,000, and these are, the qualifications. So I was actually able to get a revolving line of credit where I could pay over time. So that's nice, especially with the fuel prices being the way that they are, because we do Turo and we have to make deliveries and we offer free delivery. Speedway, that's another gas card. Stripes, they report to all three. They're a fleet card. some office supplies, more office supplies. So you can place an order with office supplies with a different vendor every time you need office supply. All you have to do is just make sure that you're placing the minimum order required in order for them to report your trade experience or your payment experience to the business credit bureaus. Some people have a minimum requirement of 50, some 80. Just ask the vendor, okay? So here are some tier 4 accounts. And some of these tier 4 accounts are like on the cusp of tier 3, right? But at the end of the day, our goal is to have between 10 and 20 trade lines reported onto our business credit, okay? Between 10 and 15 and even between 20. The more, the better. The more payment experiences you have reporting onto your business credit profile and the higher the amounts are, the more strong your business looks on paper. The more experiences that you have, the more payment experiences, the more trade experiences that you have, the stronger you are as a business. Once you understand that concept, you're going to be like looking for every little thing that you can add to your business credit profile for the next year or two, just to strengthen up your business credit profile, okay? But here are some vendors that will report to the business. The next vendor here is Ally Financial, and Ally Financial is probably one of the most popular for business auto loans that do not require a personal guarantee. But before you go to Ally and you apply for their business, just understand Ally does not require a personal guarantee, so you can get it based on your business credit alone. But the interest rate might be slightly higher because there is a higher risk. So you really want to make sure that your business credit profile is very strong so you can get a better interest rate for your business auto loan. And this is going to go over some of the requirements that they are looking for in order for you to get the best approvals, the best interest, the best deal possible. So you will need to apply at the dealership for Ally Financial. You do not go directly to Ally Financial. You would go to a dealership like CarMax or any sort of auto dealership and say, hello, I want to apply for an auto loan using my business. So you want to apply for a commercial auto loan using your business credit only. And you can tell them, I want to apply using Ally Financial. You want to go directly to the finance manager. Don't talk to the sales manager. Skip this sales guy, skip the sales manager, go directly to the finance manager. Okay, go sit in his office. The guy that's pulling your credit, the guy that knows all about credit but still doesn't know anything about credit, because we probably know more about credit than they do. Want to go sit in front of his face and say, hi, I own a business and I want to apply for an auto loan using only my business credit. I do not want to use a personal guarantee. I understand that Ally Financial will allow me to apply as a business using my EIN only, so I do not have to use my personal credit to apply for this auto loan. Can you help me? Yes or no? Okay, simple as that. A lot of times the dealers will let you know if they even offer Ally. You can make a phone call, talk to the finance manager and verify that they offer commercial financing using only your business and not using a PG. Because like some places that I went to, they're like, oh yeah, we offer Ally, but we do have to run your personal credit just to verify you are who you say you are. I say, no way, no way, no way. Okay, so just be understanding, like, you got to talk to the finance manager. Skip the salespeople. Next is American Express, and I talk about American Express a lot, and you can get multiple credit cards. These are some of the requirements that they would be asking for. American Express does have charge cards, but they also have the pay over time feature, and they will advise you if you have been approved for the pay over time feature and how much your pay over time is going to be. Other than that, if you just have a charge card, you will need to pay the balance in full. But if you have like the Plum card, you can pay your balance like in 60 days. So you just have to understand the terms. 𝓔𝓚, that's another good credit card for business owners. It does not require a PG. They are looking for venture-backed businesses, and they would like for you to be already bringing in at least $50,000 in deposits into your business bank account on a monthly basis before they approve you. But they report to Dun & Bradstreet and Experian. So they are a really good business credit card that you can use to build your business credit. Cinex, that's another one. Chevron, Circle K. A lot of these gas cards and fuel cards are really great to build business credit with. Citizens, Commerce Bank. We kind of get more into like the banks here. Dell is really good, but they want you to be in business for, at least 2 or more years. Divvy is very good. I talk about them. You could potentially get them before a tier 4 vendor. They can be, pretty much obtained pretty quickly and easily as long as your business is established properly. This is all of the requirement that they are looking for. They do have different terms. So some people are approved on net 7, net 15, or net 30. Ford, they offer commercial financing, so you can get a commercial auto with Ford. Frost Bank, Irving, Sam Ash, Sam's Club, we talked about that. You got to apply in store. And these are all going to go over, the different requirements that are required for these business trade lines. Toyota. So this is the final one. Also, GM offers business commercial loans, GM Financial, so you can get auto loans with them. So just do your due diligence, understand what's going to be best for you, apply for what you need, apply for what you can use, be creative, and just start building, because the more business trade lines that you have, which are considered your payment experiences, the more payment experiences that you have, the more trade lines that you have, the more credible you're going to be. So start building. Thank you for watching this entire video. I just wanted to kind of give you an overview of everything so you guys can get the basic concept from this ebook. And this ebook you'll probably have to go over a few times. You can even watch this video a few times if you need to. But the information is here for you guys to read through and to leverage, soak up, and most importantly, apply. You have to take action, because this information isn't going to do you any good if it's just sitting here staring at you in the face. Okay? So again, guys, make sure that you have followed me on YouTube at Credit Coach Nicole Scott, followed me on Instagram at Credit Coach Nicole Scott, and get on to the next lesson. Let's go.